Here we are at Memorial Day weekend, and while it means different things to people, for some it's beaches and barbecues, there is obviously a true meaning of why it's even a holiday to begin with. So joining us now, Deborah Bradbard, Senior Research Associate at Syracuse University's Institute for Veterans and Military Families, IVMF. Thanks so much for joining us, Debbie. Good to see you.
Thank you for having me.
So let's start right off the bat. I mean, what is, for those who may not be familiar, the real true meaning of Memorial Day?
Thanks for asking. A lot of people get Veterans Day and Memorial Day confused, but Memorial Day is actually a time to honor those who have been lost as a result of their service to country, whereas Veterans Day is just a time to honor those who are serving our country. So they're slightly different, but Memorial Day is actually to memorialize people.
So I know people don't really mean any harm by it, obviously, but you do hear people go, Happy Memorial Day. That's really kind of not what you want to wish somebody on that day, right?
Yeah, exactly, because it is to honor those who have sacrificed everything in service to country. And so, you know, Happy Memorial Day just, you know, sort of isn't the appropriate sentiment for the day. What
does it mean for veterans, for families who've lost loved ones, family members, somebody that the day obviously has been created for? I mean, what does Memorial Day actually mean to them?
I mean, I think it's just a time to take a moment to think about memories you've had with them, you know, honor their memory. A lot of times people will use that day to reflect on, you know, their relationship with that person. Sometimes people will, you know, use that time to visit their grave, or, you know, be involved in community service to honor their service.
What would you say, obviously meaningful to those folks? What would you suggest the proper way is to acknowledge this holiday, Memorial Day, especially if you're not somebody who has a loved one or a friend who's passed in service?
Sure. I mean, there's not one right way to honor Memorial Day, but, you know, a few things that people can do is, you know, put a flag up and raise it at half staff, volunteering to place a wreath, you know, if there's a military or veterans cemetery in your area. Sometimes there are religious or community services honoring fallen veterans or soldiers, or service members, I should say, visiting a war memorial, but just teaching your kids or grandchildren the meaning of the day and really what it means to serve your country.
Obviously, Memorial Day, that Monday holiday, is always a great way to do that, but I would imagine you don't just have to contain it to just that day, do you? What do we do maybe other parts of the year to also acknowledge, you know, what these men and women have given for our freedom here in this country?
I mean, again, I think just bringing attention to what it means to serve your country, you know, that it is a sacrifice. I mean, one thing we always say is, you know, just communicate with the people in your community that are involved with the military, get to know them, support them, and learn a little bit more about what their life is like. And that's probably the biggest thing you can do. But I mean, employers can employ veterans and service members. That's a huge thing that we always talk about. Those are just a few things that you can do.
I know for a lot of people this is a big holiday weekend, long weekend. You have off from work, you have off from school. People are going to do beaches, they're going to do barbecues, they're going to have get-togethers. Maybe they don't raise that flag, maybe they don't go to the parade. Is that a problem, or is there kind of a middle ground on there?
You know, I don't think there's a right or wrong way to you know, to honor the holiday. I think you can do both. I don't think it's one or the other. I think you can honor the service of you know, honor the day of Memorial Day, like we've discussed, but you can also celebrate the beginning of summer, go to the beach, have your barbecue at the same time. I don't think it has to be one or the other.
Deborah Bradbard's the Senior Associate from Syracuse University's IVMF. Debbie, thanks so much for being with us, kind of talking us through a lot of that. We really appreciate having you today.
Thank you for having me.
And a variety of Memorial Day events will be taking place across central New York this weekend. We have a list of them posted for you at localsyr.com.